I just want to do an update on the 24-inch radiator install I did in my 65 Mustang. The radiator is a 24-inch from ACP. It's a very stock-looking 3-row brass radiator. It looks pretty correct to me. I even bought an Autolite cap for it to make it look a little bit more correct. My goal with my car is to not totally go away from what Ford could have done, but to kind of make modifications to it that made the car better, but also kind of kept the look. Like I just didn't throw a bunch of chrome and modern stuff on it. I kind of wanted it to somewhat look like it, you know, the parts belonged in there. Like that's clearly not a stock intake, nor is the GMHEI a Ford product, and the AC compressor is a stand-in for my vintage air unit. Again, everything I did, I just tried to keep it somewhat looking factory-ish, like maybe Ford could have done it that way. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool looking engine bay. But back to the radiator. I said it's a 24-inch. It actually ends up being about 25 inches after you're done. Basically, you cut about 2.5 inches off the core support on each side, and you use the 69 lower mounts and the 6970 upper mount. You see, it's just use the stock rubber pieces. You just have to drill a couple holes. The bottom mounts, I actually only ended up using the C-channel part on the very bottom, and then I used spacers to get it off the rails on the frame because it was not going to fit. I think on 67, 68s you can trim just a little bit off and it fits, but I think on the 65, 66 it just doesn't fit. The other thing you have to do is relocate the battery, or relocate it, turn it, or use there's an aftermarket kit that uses a 67, 68 tray, I believe, and the top piece. And it eliminates that, like there was like a 3-inch overhang that the 65, 66 tray has, and it looks like it's really tight. I know one of my clips is right there, but there's actually about an 1/8+ inch of space there, and this is actually taking up a good bit of space. That's just a plastic cover, so the battery is actually about a 1/2 inch away from the radiator, but it is tight. That is the AutoCoolGuy controller. It's a pretty neat piece. And the fan is a Ford Contour fan. I can't remember the years. I found it on the internet, but I mean, it literally fits like a glove. It's a great fan. I found it on Summit for about $120. So we're gonna fire the car up, see how it does.